My dad very kindly and spontaneously left me a donation, which means I can now relax a little bit and sort of enjoy a few luxuries here and there. So today, even though I'm not scheduled to stay in a hotel, I decided to treat myself. So thanks, Dad. Treated myself to some nice peppered cucumbers. Thanks, Dad. 3 avocados. Don't mind if I do. Oh, can I have all the nuts I want? I can have walnuts. Thanks, Dad. What if I just bought peanut butter? Oh, 951 yen. Maybe not. Hello, I'm Alan. Join me as I hike 3,000 kilometers from the southernmost tip of mainland Japan to the northernmost. Exclusively on foot, walking a half marathon every day for 5 months.
The final corner before we got to the house, there's a shrine there that has been there for maybe 1,500 years, and there's a festival that they do every summer that has been ongoing for at least 1,100 years.
I keep hearing of these festivals, and all of which are missing.
Well, you have to. I mean, like, it's not a very big festival. It's just got a really long history, right?
Yeah, right.
This one's a couple of towns over, and it's called Birth. And I wonder if you can imagine when and why we received that.
Yeah. Great. I've really grown to love it, especially having tried so many different ones.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely an acquired taste.
Kanpai.
Oh, right, yeah. Kanpai. It's called Tsugi-sami, which is the name of the thing.
The brewery.
Yes, and it's a Hiyama memorial, commemorative thing. Have you heard of No? Really old-fashioned performance art drama. It's the oldest, I think, Japanese drama style,
right?
And it's like held at that shrine every year. I play the flute in one of the local things, and they
cool.
They just
give you some sake.
Yeah,
nice.
Fairly frequently. Actually, yeah. Before we leave in the morning, you should probably have a quick look because it's got pretty funky carvings. It's, I think, a 9-year apprenticeship to become a shrine carpenter. So I'm not by any means an expert, but the content of the carvings is indicative of what sort of shrine it is. Often if you're near the sea, there'll be lots of fishing imagery because it's where people would go to do a tribute to the gods to say, we want a good harvest and we don't want to die at sea. Yeah. That sort of thing. The back is the god house.
The what house?
The god house.
What is that?
So like they have a thing where the gods are not really metaphorical. They have an actual little building out the back where the god is supposed to live.
Right. Oh, okay.
Like in the tabernacle in the back where the Jesus' body stuff lives.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, except for it's not the little body bit, it's like supposed to be
the actual god, police this time. They just happened to be walking past, asking what I was doing, etc., and then they like flashed the badge. But again, they were like super friendly and very apologetic. When they first approached me, I thought they were, you know, just interested people, and then as soon as one of them reached into their pockets and pulled something out, I thought it was going to be a Jehovah's Witness or like a Buddhist or some religious group. And just checked my passport, I guess, and checked my visa, and that was it. Don't know if you can see them way in the distance. There they are. How in movies you see people walking along the sidewalk, it's raining really heavily, and then a car or a truck drives past, straight into a puddle, and the water gushes all over the pedestrian in a really slapstick kind of way. Yeah, that's exactly what just happened to me. I even used my umbrella to shield myself from, because I could see it coming, but somehow it still managed to completely drench me. I couldn't wait at the bus stop any longer. It was this rain is not letting up. It started thundering. I'm about an hour out. My shoes are completely drenched. I can't get any more wet, really. Although this umbrella is pretty much hanging on by a thread. I recognize that bike.
Red dot is couch surfer. Yellow dot is other frame.
For me, it was terrible. Like, and I was walking in the rain for maybe 4 hours. And by the end, like the last hour, I was like, I mean, there's nothing I can do. But for you, it must have been.
Like from 2 p.m. to 7 or 8, it was raining hard.
Yeah.
So a bit slower, you know, walking. Like, but after like 8, it calmed down. So
after 8, really?
Like
the last hour.
Yeah, like when I just arrived to the Michinoeki, the rain stopped.
because you're going to spend an extra day here or so, I'm going to get ahead. But then you're going to catch up because you're taking a shortcut.
We'll see.
All right, dude. See you soon. And this is the second pair of boots I've used. They seem to last about 1,000 kilometers and then they start to fall apart. It's so nice to see the sun again. I'll tell you what feels really nice. Walking around without a big backpack on your back. I feel light as a feather. So, I'm gonna buy myself some new boots. So far I've tried one secondhand store that only had 2 pairs of boots for men. The other was a new store and they're closed for renovation. So I've got one more chance, another secondhand place right here. Alright, well, I got something. The only hiking boots that they had were Timberlands. I've never owned actual Timberlands before. And they look a bit crazy. But it's the only one that seemed to look vaguely waterproof and were in my right size, and the sole was still intact. And it was relatively cheap. It was about 7,500 yen. Not extortionate. And I've got no choice. So much plastic. Love pumpkin. Made it to the Michinoeki. It's like a big one, so there probably will be some open space indoors. But if you look over here, there's a lot of greenery for camping, to which, I don't know, there was an entrance, but it's gated, it's fenced off. But there's plenty of grass, look at that. It's very nice. Unfortunately, the whole building has been locked down, so camping it is. There's quite a lot of open space to play with, but I want somewhere a bit less conspicuous. I'm going to try and go around the back of this playground. It does still get cold at night. So it's a bit close to the road, and not just close to the road, but it's also close to a set of traffic lights. So cars are going to be congregating here quite a bit throughout the night, I imagine. Well, let's push on. See if there's anything we can find. I think I found the perfect spot. You've got the water there, and the lovely building. Some bats around. So there's this hedge behind which is a lovely piece of grass. My tent will sit nicely behind that. I've got a lovely tree and a nice view to look at in the morning. Right, so I'm going to set up right here.
This was held in the U.S. last year. The International Wine Challenge. This is held in London, but this year and the year before last, they held the sake category in Japan. This time in Yamagata.
I've walked through Yamagata. Yeah.
It was just finished last week. So the announcement was made last week. There were over 1,500 entries, and 22 brands won gold medal. Very, very competitive.
Yeah. I crossed 2,000 kilometers. I was stopped by a woman on the road who thought I was there for a tour of a brewery, her husband's brewery, which I wasn't, but she offered to buy me an ice cream, so I said, hell yeah, I'll come in, and I was due for a break. Yeah, we went in and we chatted. Turns out that they brew an award-winning sake. Unfortunately, I didn't get to try it. The tour had just ended, but she got me an ice cream anyway. An ice cream that was made from grain that had been used in the sake making process, and it's kind of like a byproduct. The first I got a little drink, which used to be taken in the summer as a sort of energy drink, and it was lovely actually. It was really tasty and unsweetened as well. And then she brought out an ice cream which was also made from that, mixed together with milk. So it tasted like a normal ice cream, still unsweetened, which I was very surprised by, because it did taste sweet. Either way, it was delicious. I got to go to a gallery afterwards, which was on site, of one of the most famous underwater photographers in Japan. There was only one underwater shot, the big one of the whale. The rest were all sports photographs from like the Olympics and things. So I'm not really sure, maybe he's just transitioned into that. But either way, they were nice photos. Yeah, that was a nice way to celebrate my 2,000 kilometers. I've only got 1,000 to go. Still seems like far. Gambatte! Oh, I'm just sitting in a convenience store and a woman just came up to me and just gave me a pack of these. I'm really gonna miss this. I quite enjoy walking at this time, so I've decided I'm going to, at least once, I'm going to walk through the night, or through most of it. A couple of things need to happen. I need to not have a blister on my foot. I've just developed a new one because of my new boots, which is not fun. There needs to be good weather throughout the night. Preferably I'd have a short walk the day before and the day after. I don't want it to be like a difficult hike, you know, through over a mountain, you know, through like wooded area. And there needs to be, this is probably the most important thing, there needs to be convenience stores every whatever 10 kilometers or so, so that I can take a break if and when I need to, because they're usually open 24 hours anyway. Maybe when I get to the East Coast in about a week or so, and then I can see the sunrise. Right, I'm aiming for that. So I found quite a nice spot behind the rest stop building. It's nice and quiet, got a bit of flat green, nobody's gonna come here. And then, of course, I saw a sign, and guess what the sign said? I have no idea what it says, but it's got a picture of a bear on it. And there's some steps leading up to somewhere. Looks like there's a hiking route. No idea. It says Homorebi course. Homorebi course, I guess. I don't know. Going to Homorebi, that's in kanji, so I have no idea. It looks like it's more of a picnic area than a route, although this obviously leads somewhere. What do we think? The inside is all locked up, so I couldn't stay there even if I wanted to. I think it should be fine. No, it's not like I've got lots of food. I've got a bit of food though. Nah, I'll risk it. It should be fine. It should be alright. And I've got Wi-Fi. Right, setup time. Also, can someone tell me what the hell that animal is? What noise is that? I've just had a thought now. As soon as they open up, I'm gonna have a clear view of my tent. Not that they'll mind, but I guess that puts a bit of added pressure on me to get up and out earlier rather than later. So, how good exactly is a bear's sense of smell? Because I just opened up the crisps and they are very Moorish, and I'm getting through them. I'm probably going to finish them, to be honest. I'm just thinking, can a bear smell that? They're quite smelly. I mean, it's cheese. I think it's cheese flavour. So I'm just wondering if they can smell it from, I don't know, 100 meters, 300 meters, 500 meters. I mean, I hope they're not that close. I should probably finish them just to be on the safe side, right?